Hello, everyone. This is Frank Luo from Mason, Ohio. I'm so honored to receive the 2020 AGF Teacher of the Year Award. Thank you all. Thank Paul and Terry, American Go Foundation, and thank American Go Association. And especially, I would like to thank our Go parents for supporting the kids playing the fascinating game. And I would also like to thank my family support, my wife and my 3 kids. Actually, they had helped me with almost all my Go activity documentation, grammar checking, graphic design. Once my son Jonathan actually completely rewrote what I had. Thank my friend Tong for writing so many Go stories and news episodes on our local newspaper. In the next few minutes, I would like to share with you some of my thoughts about our program. And it also serves as a summary of my last 12 years of Go teaching experience. Just like many other Go teachers, I started teaching Go with a desire to connect with my own kids by playing Go. Over time, it became a way that I share this fascinating game with other families and local community of Mason, Ohio. In the winter of 2007 and the spring of 2008, I took over an enrichment class that a few kids, including my own son, enjoyed so much. This is the picture of the first class, first year. Obviously, kids are playing letters. By the end of 2008, our class had 6 kids. "12 years later, this is what our Go class looked like. With the help of our other parents, volunteers, and Chinese school in Mason, Ohio, our program has expanded from 1 class to 2 classes in the 2018 to 2019 school year. You can see we have a dozen students. We also have several different levels groups of young Go players playing Go all year round outside of the Chinese school setting. "2020 is a year with much uncertainty. So we moved all classes online in March of 2020. This is a Zoom meeting class. Going into the summer, we not only have 1 hour of instruction time, but we'll also have 3 playing time each week using Zoom meeting, where kids play games and can also socialize with each other. Playing time also serves as a reminder to play Go regularly. We teach, we learn, we play with each other, and we play with friends from all other parts of the country and other parts of the world. This is a Zoom meeting picture that we are warming up before a friendly match with the Chinese team. Last year, we also had a team match with the Mexico City team. This is the flyer we designed. We have had all kinds of Go activities, including meetups at library, Go pizza parties, online team challenge match, and annual local Go tournament that attract players from other cities of Ohio and neighboring states. We organize our students to participate in all AGA, AGHS activities, including the school team tournament. We always have more than 2 teams. And I'm so proud that we're playing against teams coached by several professional players. And our students perform very well in those activities. We compete with players across the United States, and it is fun. Several years ago, with the help of my friend and Go parent, Tong, we started to publish some stories on our community's newsletter. Our program started to gain recognition in local community as well. We also started to introduce Go to local elementary school and universities on occasions like game nights, deer days, classroom demos, athlete festivals. Through those activities, more local kids got to know this fascinating board game. It has a long way to go for more kids to play this interesting game. This is the picture of a library meet. Our first Go tournament. Kids playing at home. Kids playing in classroom. Kids playing at my basement. Kids having a pizza party in my basement. This is the plaque that we won in 2010, 2016 for the school team tournament. This big trophy is very rare. We don't see this often in Go tournament. This is one of the local Go tournament. We designed some t-shirt, another t-shirt, a mug. We went to the Mid-Autumn Festival, Miami University's CI Day. Heritage Festival in Mason, Ohio. Pizza party at the library. Pizza party at the park. Promote the game in local elementary school. I have summarized several elements to a successful youth program. First of all, patience. I have to realize that we're not training for Olympic athlete, so I take my time. Persistence. We always have a good idea, a lot of a good idea, but if it doesn't work, we can try different things. We don't have to be frustrated about it doesn't work. Dedication. Kids need a lot of activities, needs a lot of interesting activities. So we have a very busy schedule. We have a different playing format. Kids love perks, trophy, certificate, t-shirt, card, all kinds of souvenir. And kids love encouragement. Our goal is to make kids can play longer and play more. There's really no worry to be very strong. And we have to avoid avoidance. There's really no much need for in-class league and round robin. I encourage kids to play with people from other part of the country, other part of the world. They can do life and death problem. They can play AI. And kids love to be formal instead of be casual. By teaching Go, I try to integrate independent thinking, math concept, and sport spirit, culture, and language element. And just to give you an example of what that means, I often urge our Go parents to stay away with kids when kids are playing. There is a Chinese saying, "You are a true gentleman if you don't comment while watching games." As parents, we often tend to give a lot of advice to kids, no matter it is in game or in life. I myself is the same, but the result is often the opposite. We had kids got really frustrated when a Go dad trying to give advice while the kids is playing game, or showed too much frustration when the kids didn't play very well. Eventually, our little kid gave up playing Go. So I always encourage our parents stay away, allowing the kids having enough space to enjoy the thinking process. If they like, they can review the game afterwards with a lot of encouragement instead. This is what I call independent thinking. Teaching Go also enriched my own life. Every teaching moment and every event challenges me to be better, so our kids can do better as well. Next, I would like to share some thought about why we want to play and why we want to teach. So everyone knows that this is a great game, easy to start and learn, and very complicated if you want to play really good. All stones are born equally. Black goes first with Comey compensation. Give me liberty or give me death. And logic thinking is absolutely necessary. But I want to emphasize the educational function of this game. I had some 5-year-old kids playing Go. They use Go stone to learn how to count, how to do addition, subtraction, multiplication. Those things are just so natural to a Go player. I quote the 2015 Teacher of Year Simon Guo. Go game actually covers 60% of the kindergarten to third grade math concepts. I truly believe Go can help kids learn those concepts naturally and interestingly. I have sometimes used Go game as one of the math count training methods for my own kids. Why do we want to teach Go? Sharing good stuff. I think a lot of people are just like me. I just want to share good stuff with people that I care about. That's simple. It is truly a win-win situation. The kids learned something, improved, and I can see that happening under my coaching. After so many years Go teaching, I started to coach basketball and soccer for my daughter's team, and I enjoyed so much to work with young kids. So I realized two very principal things. Go training is kind of education. And then the function of the education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. We're not only coaching our kids to play better, we're also educating them to be a good human being. We used to brag that we play a board game that is so complicated that a computer cannot defeat a human being. Now everything has changed. Some people are sad at first, maybe especially the professionals, the stronger player. But I was happy. I believe a lot of the amateur players were happy somehow as well. To me, we just have another way to improve ourselves, another way to help us to play it better. Of course, you want to win a game like every athlete wants to be a stronger, faster, and higher. But the process of learning is also very interesting. I often tell our kids, you learn some playing principle, then try different things, asking questions, exploring possibilities, playing out of box, solving the problem, learning a lesson, and moving on. Is that what we learn from AlphaGo and all other AI robots? Is it just like our real life? Let's get back to Go. Go game in the United States is not a popular thing. I believe you have the same feeling as me. Go's population is too small in the United States. There will be no fundamental change in the future. But on the other hand, it means there's a lot of things we can do. We have been thinking about creating a grade level online tournament for double-digit cube players and looking for any Go teachers who is interested in this idea. We can brainstorm and make this happen. We can learn something from other Oriental activities like Taekwondo. We can actually learn something from other sports like basketball and soccer even. The reason that we want to have a grade level league and tournament is the lapse of rating, sandbagging. Not all the kids playing Go all year round. And we'd like to have more kids to play. Well, that's all for it. And thanks for your time. Hi, thanks for coming to this presentation that I made. I have a couple of questions here. The first one is that the kids like to be formal instead of a casual. Could you explain that on that? Well, I just actually mentioned this Taekwondo thing. Have you noticed that a Taekwondo is much popular than Go? And they have all kinds of certificate. They have trophies. They have a formal games or something tournament, and then they have uniform. They have well, I think there is a lag here, so I'm a little nervous on that. So, but I think I made the point here that kids love to be certified. Kids love certification. Kids love the formal dressing. And this makes them be serious about the games. Well, we can discuss this later if you want to. We can talk this offline. Okay, and a second question is, can you tell us about your techniques when teaching very young children? Well, there are several things that a math concept. Well, first of all, I teach them how to count, odd number, even number, and how to count by 10, how to count by 2 by 5. And then you can make a lot of games out of that. The kids will love it. And then I usually teach kids how to do a little bit capturing. And another thing I want to mention is that the calculation is usually weak on younger kids. So I actually ask them to play Lila game. So I ask them to play like 21 handicaps, 15 handicaps, a lot of handicaps. So make sure that they understand the territory, understand the fencing, understand the direction. This is much easier to teach. On the life and death problem, I use 101weiqi.com. And I'm so proud of them from last September to now. A lot of them actually solve 20,000 problems. We have 30 problem a day, 40 problem a day, 50 problem a day. And it's not that boring. Okay, I got another question here that what are some good resources? You're not a high level player, but want to start a club. I would say AGF actually helped me a lot. When I remember that when I started the club, AGF actually sent me a mentor and helped me set this up. AGF also provide the startup equipment, and I appreciate that. And you also get some funding every year for the tournament. And but I think that is very important, but that's not most important. The most important thing is be patient. Don't get frustrated. You can try different things. All right. I have, I don't use social media much, but you can reach me by frank.luoy@gmail.com. And I would like to discuss everything you are interested. Thank you very much for attending this.